What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's been a very long time since I've done this, and as you can see, new setup. I'm at a new location. I've moved. We have not just the TCG cam, but we also have the face cam. Feel like we can do this now with dual cameras. So why not do that? And what we got today, I don't know if this is going to be the last of it. Hard to tell. We'll talk about it, but this is a pretty big order, not just order, but pretty big opening of Lolcow Tcg. I got this today from Tuffy, the creator of Lolcow Tcg. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of stuff I'm anticipating. We're still waiting on the Afroman set. That's going to be the next thing that comes out. For those who pre-ordered, it's still coming out. Just gonna give it a little bit more time. I had to push it back just a little bit longer, but we'll get it. It's gonna be awesome. I'm one of the artists on there for the Afroman set. I'll have it up probably above me. I'll have the card that I did. So let's just get into it. So we'll go over the cards, then we'll at the end we'll talk about what's going on with Lolcow changes, and yeah. So you put in this nice cool box. So we're gonna go backwards. I feel like it's the best thing. So I already have one of these, but it's cool to have another one. It is a artist print of the C.W. Chan Entity Awakened. This one is 8 out of 50 by Arctic. So pretty cool. Got another one of these. Probably trade this for someone if someone wants it. Then the next thing we have, this is, I believe, one of the artist variants. I'm pretty sure this is what this is of Nick Nobody. This came out of uh, Volume X. So pretty cool. Yeah, it is just the one. The back's still the same and everything, but it's got the cool border now. I'm pretty sure it's for the artist. Next up, we have Just Breezin' Wind Goddess. I'm not sure what she came out of. I don't know if it was the one in the starter decks or something unreleased. Who knows? Maybe you guys tell me in the comments. Our next one is another one I'm not sure of. Erie Pepperoni Pizza Mafia. Really cool artwork. And it says these are X out of 30. So maybe these cards never came out. I'm not sure. And then we have Omegon, Legendary Scribe Cthulhu, which this, I think it was for May. If you did an order, you got one of these. Everyone received one of these. I believe there's some hollow variants out there. Really cool stuff. Really good art on that. Next up, which I'm glad that I got one of these because I ended up giving it a trade or selling mine. It is the Mr. Roboto Darkside Becky Japanese variant. This is the second variant that he got. I think he also had a Augmentum. So I'm glad I got this. Now, I'm going to save this for second to last because I know what this is. I'm not sure entirely if it's all the same, but we'll look at that last. Okay, so then this is stuff that I've already got, but just some extras of the LCU. This is the season 1 or series 1. So we got Lacey Bops. Let's see here. I don't know why I'm still doing one-handed. I'm so used to doing one-handed openings. It's still kind of awkward with this. So we have Pissman Oz, the Ablaze for Iceman. For those who know. Also, Pissman Oz, Cousin Lover. It's not wanting to show its true thing. This is a meme card, basically. Like, the effect is, when this enters the field, you lose the game. So I'm hoping, I don't know if it's going to happen, but maybe there's a way to reverse, or like sack play on my opponent's field and they lose. Or I make my opponent play this out of my hand. Then we got Tech Protect, the botched. Right there. And let me turn this. Let's try that. See how dark that is. That works a little better. Got another Pissman Oz. So there's gonna be a lot of duplicates on some of this stuff. Another Pissman Oz. Another Tech. Here's one that I helped with. N-word Boogie. Whenever Boogie United 8 said the N-word a million times on Lolcow shows. Here's one. Josh Aid Supreme Galactic Emperor. Joshy Bell, Fake King. I'm sure, I can't remember if I did videos on these or not, but I'm pretty sure I got something out there for Series 1. We're just showing it again. So I got a few Pissman houses. Nobody wanted Pissman. Tech Protect. We got Sweet Tea, Appalachian Queen. There we go. We got Crispy King. And I'm pretty sure, yeah. So we got a few of the Krispy Kreme or Keems. So got a bunch of those now. We got Dickers, the reviewer, just the regular, not the serialized. Another Dickers. Dickers. Let's see. We have 4 of Fudiana Nashi. I did order another one of these because when I sold my original collection, this was one of the cards I lost. So now I have 4 of them. Very early promos for Lolcow. Okay, now we're getting into some LCU Series 2 stuff. We have, this was done by me, LK Loco. The hollow foil on that. Very nice. Another one done by me. Legion of Phantom. We are Phantom. Kind of hard to see with that hollow foil. We have Grim Laden. Kind of looking kind of like the Luffy from One Piece. There we go. Nice. Nice look at that. We have Ice Cosby, another Iceman card. Oh. We have Boogie Lynn Reed. Let's see if I get this. Kind of hard to say. I should have. I hope there's some non-foils. I can show that too. We have Dead Man Steak. So that's our steak zombie with Snake Touch. Here's one I did that I really like. Rewind Unwound with Zay and Billy. Again, the hollow foil is not really doing it justice with this, with my lighting and my camera and all that. So we have Stick Meets Spin. We have Stick the Bug Hunter. And again, this stuff's pretty much sold out. They don't have any more of this. There's another Rewind. Another Steak. Steak. I don't want to make this video too long. Then we have Sheep Mare. The, what's that? Belligerent? Belligerent. Oh, I get it. Belligerent. There we go. There we go. Okay, so here's the Phantom token. That's part of the Phantom. We are Phantom. Another LK Loco. Another Dead Meat Steak. Another Sheep Mare. Another token. Another Phantom Legion. Okay, here we go. We have Nightmare Live. So this was the celebration of when Nightmare broke the record for most members and became a host of Lolcow Live. Okay, so here's some non-hollows. So now we can really show dead meat steak is eating Boogie's liar tattoo. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, another Ice Cosby or Ice Oz. Another Grim Laden. Another Boogie Land. Okay, here's one that I worked on. Angie uploading. Angie from Chubby's, which a lot of these people aren't host anymore of LCU, but that's how it works in the LCU. Here's her partner, another one that I worked on. A Mac talking smack, and she's got titty championship because they had a contest on who had, I guess the best tits. I'm not sure. Okay, so there's only like 5 of these, and this is the special variant of Grim Laden. It's almost like full art in a way. Silver. Very nice. Very nice. I'm going to set this to the side. Okay. There's LK Loco, non-hollow. You see he's a little cheerful. He's a happy little guy. And then we got Hey Boogie, Hey Boogie, Hey Boogie, Hey Boogie. From the classic meme. Here is a non-hollow Grim Laden. Another LK Loco. Wish I had a better setup. I don't know why I'm still doing this one hand. Phantom token, so you can see the art now. A bunch of phantoms, bunch of phantoms. Here is Ice Cosby, another one of mine. So I got to do a lot more in Series 2. Series 1 I did 2, I believe, and that was the Scat Zooted and the Inward Boogie. So Series 2 I was able to do a little bit more. So I'm very happy for Boogie Land Reed. There's the non-hollow. Look how great that turned out. That turned out so great. Here we go. Here is the Phantom in all its glory. Very nice. Grimlon we already seen. Ice Cosby we already seen. Boogie Lynn we already seen. Hey Boogie. Here we go. This is from Series 1. But Booster Chew Medallion. Another Series 1 is the Booster Chan, which now Booster is Booster Gold is a detractor now for the LCU. Got another Supreme Leader Josh. Another Joshy Bell. Here we go. Here's some real fantastic stuff. So, well, there's the birthday Pikachu. And now we have the birthday Sonichu. It's blank, so you can put your name on it. But, there for a limited time, you're able to actually have your name printed on it. So this is the first, I guess you can call it official, Shadows Lolcow trading card. Because it is Shadows' Sonichu. Yes, I cursed myself by putting my name on this card. But that's okay. That is okay. Now here is, I don't know, I know she was supposed to sign these. There were some variants that got signed. People will see them with the boxes. But we have Emberlyn Reed, Girl War Queen. So now I have the ARR 1 and 2. So Wombat did this one, and I did the second one, which I've shown before, where she's sitting on top of a Snowflake, her biggest detractor. So this is pretty cool. This was actually they put in there. This is the cracked ice on Mentum from Volume X. Very nice. I think you had to collect 5 or 10 of these and turn them in for redemption. You get the cracked ice version. Very nice. Okay. Now these I'm pretty sure are just, let's see. Yeah, these are the Series 2. Was there any that I did not show? Oh, Clown Bow, the clown. Okay. Let me see if I can find. So, I think this other stack is the non-hollows. And if that's the case, I'll be able to really show how well Series 2 turned out. And there they go. All go tumbling down. So we got. Oh, yeah. So you've already seen the Hey Boogie. Here is AMAC talking smack. A freaking ring light, I swear. Angie uploaded. Boogie Lynn, we already seen. Ice Cosby, we already seen. Grim Laden, we already seen. So there's Nightmare Live without all the hull foil. We already seen Phantom. We already seen his token. There's Sheepmare. We can get to, there we go. Sheepmare, the belligerent. I got tongue tied there. There is Dead Meat Steak. I think we've already seen this one on non-hollow. Okay, Lolcow. Okay, so we didn't get a Clown Bow non-hollow. What if he came in non-hollow? That's all right. We got plenty. At least we got Clown Bow. That's all that matters. So, all right. So, I've made plenty of videos on Lolcow. I have done. I came in. I made my starter package video, which I got from Tuffy originally. Covers all sorts of goodies. Volume 0, Volume 1. Um, and then I helped make some of the Season 1 little short videos, the reveal each card. And I did like a sound clip of like Chris Chan talking to his dad. Whatever the card and the art was, I'd find the sound clip based on that. Anyway, so this is a sealed pack of YouTuber Reviewer. Now, I don't know if it's the same card. We're about to find out. Because there's 3 of these. And if this is a stack of all 3, let's go. So, or it could be a stack of Mewtwo, or just the first one. So, let's find out. And yeah, so it's just the first one, which is fine. Which is fine. I still gotta find the way to get the other 2. But here we go. Oh, I have a ton of these now. And you get these from just making videos and doing all sorts of stuff. So I'll figure out what to do with all these. Maybe do like giveaways or something down the road. But yeah, so there's that. Um, and now let's talk about the state of Lolcow trading card game. So a couple things have happened in the Lolcow trading card game. So we had the LCU inclusion. So the LCU has become a big part of the Lolcow trading card game, and Keemstar became part owner. Fast forward, we've had some of the promos, we've had the Reapers promos, we've had the live promos, the holiday promos, all that stuff, and now the Series 1 and Series 2. Um, they're supposed to be in a Fat Camp set. I worked on the majority of those cards as far as the art goes for it. Um, I don't know if that's coming out. There, there's been a dimensional merge, one could call it, where Tuffy has handed over the reins of the TCG to Keemstar. Um, and that's just due to Tuffy wanting to elevate to the trading card game. He wants it to rise above what it has been the host of the LCU did a very terrible job promoting their own cards. So when Tuffy would make cards for some of these hosts, I'm in the Discord. I see them begging Tuffy for their card. They say, "Hey Tuffy, when am I gonna get my card? When am I gonna get my card?" He finally makes them a card, and they don't promote it. He makes special promos like Glass, Lolcow Glass, Zayzuda in Jersey. They have their own unique promos, which I don't have yet. They didn't promote it that well. Maybe they promoted it one time. I don't know. I didn't see. And then you had who else had a special promo? Oh, the One Piece, the Grimlod, the Silver one. There was only 5 made. I don't know what the promotion was of that, but I found out from Beatdown when Scuba Chew showed his off. So I'm glad I got one. Very rare, very rare card. Um, but yeah, I knew nothing, and I watched Gold. Gold was one of the three shows that I enjoyed watching when Grim was on. Never knew there was a variant of his card. There were a couple hosts who did very well at promoting, but it was kind of boring. It wasn't very exciting at all. You had Lolcow Reapers there for a while. They were promoting season one. I don't know if they promoted season two, but season one they would start their show with that logo, and they would talk about, hey, get him here. Same with Phantom. He'd say, hey, get him here. It really, I mean, yeah, you can call it promotion, but in a way, it's kind of lackluster. Like you need to sell me or sell the customer like a reason to buy your cards. And in my opinion, I told Tuffy this behind the scenes, and I've said it openly in the Discord, that the LCU hosts are terrible at promoting their one and only sponsor. So I don't think that they would ever have an actual other sponsor outside of something Keemstar had part ownership of. Now fast forward, Fat Camp set, half of it got revealed on Beatdown, and then Keemstar, a couple days after that, I don't know the exact timeline, but he sat there and he said that he was going to work on a roadmap for us. I know he's getting married on the July 4th. Um, so most likely we're not going to see or hear any updates for the Lolcow trading card game until end of July, early August. Who knows? Discord's still there. Nothing's changed. Beatdown is kind of on hiatus. Don't know when that's going to come up. If it comes back, we don't know. Don't know what Keemstar's vision of the TCG is. So there's that. Like I said before, Afro Man, Tuffy himself has told me that Keemstar is not fully taking over the TCG until after Afro Man has been fulfilled. So if you ordered the Afro Man cards, like I did, also, I helped work on them, you will get your cards. It may just take a little bit longer, which sucks. Trust me, I'm there with you. I love the card game. I love cards. I love collecting cards. And it sucks having to wait. But hopefully, when they do come out, you all will enjoy them. But if you're freaking out, you're thinking, hey, with this transition or this dimensional merge, I'm not gonna get my stuff. No, you will. Trust me, you will. It's just gonna take some time. As far as Fat Camp set goes, it's fully done. There was some minor edits, like the illustrator names on some of them, little grammatical things, little changes like that Tuffy has a list of. Um, but I don't know if when he comes back from his wedding and we get our roadmap, maybe the game's completely changed. Fat Camp is obviously an LCU themed set, and it was a pretty massive set. Pretty massive. 99% of the artwork for the cards I worked on. So I know exactly, roughly, exactly how many cards is in there. Um, I spent a lot of time with Fat Camp. I was off work for a period of time, taking care of my son, and actually all three of my children, but primarily my youngest son. And I consistently had Fat Camp on. And whenever there was some crazy moment, I would make art for it. And I would post it in the group chat with me, Tuffy, and Wombat. Wombat is the other artist, one of the other artists. Uh, Me and Wombat, we worked on LCU side of things, which I know that a lot of people were concerned that the LCU side kind of like overtook Lolcow Tcg. We stopped getting as many non LCU inspired sets. And you're right. So I think in a way it was said to me, you basically trade one audience for another because a lot of people they don't really like Keemstar. And they can have their reasons. I have no beef with him. I actually enjoy him. I think he's funny. I think he's hilarious. Can he be an asshole? Sure. Can I be an asshole? Absolutely. A lot of people will be assholes. A lot of people make mistakes. He's made mistakes. I've made mistakes. I'm sure you've made mistakes. We all have. But we can't sit there and just hate somebody forever. Why waste that energy? But there's a lot of good folks in the LCU. There's a lot of good folks outside the LCU that's part of the trading card game. A lot of great mods. We got Scuba Chew, Sleazy P, Super, the Beatdown Boys. Every episode, banger. They worked their asses off to try to entertain and try to just show the community the cards, try to test out the cards, try to show combos maybe you didn't know, try to show decks maybe you didn't know about. But those guys put in the work, even when there was times where there was nothing going on in the TCG. So we got to give them credit. And I hope that in this new iteration, whether I'm still involved in helping out, which I hope I am. If not, I understand. But I hope at least that the Beatdown Boys get to stay in one way or the other. Um, but yeah, that's the state of the lockout trading card game. It's very uncertain. We will not know until probably August. I mean, that's just the sad reality of it. But when we do know, I think that with Keemstar's influence, things will be much faster. Hopefully, um, hopefully he'll have more help as far as getting orders out quicker. Um, because believe it or not, Tuffy did it all by himself. They He would have the cards printed, he would separate the orders, he would ship the orders, almost 100% by himself. So just think of the amazing task at hand that Tuffy did, and we should applaud him for what he's created, and we should thank him for bringing us all together for this trading card game. Whether it stays the same or it changes or whatever, this is still, in a way, the world that Tuffy has built for us. Sons of Acronia, the whole company. So that, I don't know what else to say, guys. I do know as far as, I think in my thumbnail, I'm talking about collections also. So I am in the process of purchasing a very, very, very insane collection of Lolcow trading cards, sealed and unsealed cards. And I will be making a video once that is taken care of, once I've acquired everything. Um, and it's not going to be this janky version of the video that I did today, where even though I have both hands free in classic Shadows fashion, I am still using one hand. Still using one hand. So, but now that, I've got somewhat of a setup again in my new house, who knows? Maybe it's time that Shadows becomes a host of the LCU. I mentioned it before. I have appeared on Rewind. I've appeared on Nuts to confront Iceman. But who knows? Maybe it's time that I shoot my shot, and maybe the Shade King is exactly what the LCU needs. Because let's be honest, the star power is kind of low right now, and maybe it's time for the darkness to invade the invaders of the LCU.